Can you survive in a relationship if one partner has a problem with alcohol?
This has been, this story has been really poignant for me and Mark. I've spoken before here about Mark, my husband, being a recovering alcoholic, 13 years not drinking, which is, I tell you, in this world where everything revolves around drink, I am overwhelmed with how extraordinary he is to do it.
Yes.
And hard, you know. You do have to keep working it all the time. And yesterday we were actually in the car, and because they're doing a lot of programmes now about alcoholism, and there was somebody talking about it on the radio, and he just had to stop the car, and we just both had like a massive cry, and it just comes out of the blue because you do have to work it every single day to stay to stay sober. But I was really pleased that Brad Pitt had come out and spoken about this because, I mean, obviously we don't know for sure, but it looks like,
and he hasn't said he's an alcoholic.
Yeah. It looks like they may have done. It may have been a similar kind of situation to Mark and I, whereas Mark, it took me a couple of years to realise that Mark wasn't just a party guy or just a heavy drinker. He had, you know, he was an alcoholic.
Well, you were a party girl.
I was a party girl, so it was just like normal. Oh, it's like, I mean, I still drink. I love to drink, but there is a real difference between somebody that drinks and is an alcoholic. And for me to come out of the denial and accept, because I had to accept that he was an alcoholic. I had to accept it to be able to say to him, no more.
And how hard was that?
That was really hard because I was in my own kind of denial, because it's such a huge thing to be honest and say, oh my God, we've got a major problem here. And I got to the point...
It makes it real when you say it out loud as well.
Yeah, and I was enabling him. I mean, when he did go to rehab, and I thought I was just delivering this man, saying, oh, please, he's got a problem with alcohol, can you sort him out? And they turned around and went, what's your problem? Because I was the one that was helping him stay an alcoholic, really, by covering for him and by... But nobody knew he was an alcoholic except me. Nobody knew, you know, because it was after everyone else went home that he would carry on drinking through the night and all of that. So
So did you get to a stage then that you had to almost give him an ultimatum?
No, I did. I said, you will never spend one more night in this house unless you get help for your alcoholism.
And did you always have faith that he would come out the other side?
Well, no matter what had happened between us, I knew he had the most incredible heart of gold. And that the drinking was a symptom of other things, like he suffered from depression, and he was basically numbing himself with alcohol.
Yeah.
So, but I also knew that I wasn't going to continue to live with somebody that was an active alcoholic. And it was once that I made that real decision, he will often say to me, you know, thank God for that, because otherwise I might not have. You know, he might not have survived.
But what's so incredible about your story is that actually I think the Brad and Angelina one, for all they were, you know, Bradgelina, and they were the couple that had everything, actually when you drill down to the bare nuts and bolts of it, they were a couple living in a situation that many people can relate to. And the fact that they have split up is more common than your situation because you managed to stay together. Because don't underestimate how strong you are. The fact that you're living every day in... It's not easy living with someone who has a problem like that.
No, it's not. But the thing is, it goes... Well, thank you. I'll take that. Thank you. But the great thing is that he, through Mark getting well on a day at a time, I've learnt so much about myself. You know, that's the thing. It's like, why so often have I been around people with big drinking problems? Because then I'm avoiding myself, do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of power in having somebody who's like, oh God, I've got this, he's in a terrible mess, but I'm fantastic. And I had to face all that stuff about me. But it is exhausting, it's really exhausting and my heart goes out to all the people that are still living in it.
In that period? I mean, you got down in your bunker. Yeah. No, we didn't talk for about three years or something. Yeah. And, I mean, kind of, I didn't know what had happened to a certain extent, you know, just though... It was kind of odd for me, not that I'm complaining, you know, but it was an odd situation. And you obviously... I still feel really guilty about that, but I think, you know, if anybody's watching that is living with a man or woman that's living with any kind of addict, they will know
what I mean when I say it's so all-consuming. And, you know, so we were managing our relationship. We loved each other dearly. We always will to the day we died. We had a child. We had business. Mark was high-functioning alcoholic, so nobody at work knew. And it just took an enormous toll on me. And I did neglect my relationships.
You did.
I did, and my friendships.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Well, no,
You
because
were protecting your child, you were protecting yourself, the man you loved, your little unit, and here you are 13 years on, a fabulous family unit. You did the right thing, 100%.
You did.